Understanding allowance. Boost your IELTS vocabulary score. Have you ever wondered about the word allowance and how to use it correctly in your IELTS exam? Today, we're going to explore this versatile term that could boost your vocabulary score. Word type. Allowance is a noun. Meaning, an allowance is an amount of something, typically money, that is given to someone regularly or for a specific purpose. It can also refer to an amount that is permitted in certain circumstances. Word history. The word allowance comes from the Old French word allower, meaning to assign or allocate. It entered the English language in the 14th century. Antonyms. Some antonyms for allowance include prohibition, denial, and refusal. Synonyms. Common synonyms for allowance include allocation, stipend, grant, and provision. Examples used in sentences. Let's look at some examples of how to use allowance in sentences. 1. The company gives employees a travel allowance for business trips. 2. Parents often give their children a weekly allowance to teach them about managing money. 3. The recipe has an allowance for extra salt, depending on personal taste. 4. The government provides a housing allowance for low-income families. Common errors in use. Be careful not to confuse allowance with permission. While they can be related, they are not interchangeable. For example, you wouldn't say I need an allowance to leave early. Instead, you would say I need permission to leave early. Another common mistake is using allowance when you mean tolerance or consideration. For instance, instead of saying the teacher made an allowance for the student's late arrival, it would be more accurate to say the teacher made an exception for the student's late arrival. To wrap up, remember that allowance is a noun referring to an amount given or permitted. It's commonly used in contexts involving money, but can also apply to other quantities or permissions. Using this word correctly in your IELTS writing and speaking tasks can demonstrate a good command of vocabulary, helping you achieve that 6.5 band score or higher.